Must be getting cold outside. The temperature started going down again. What up? Arlene. Scroll of Holy Sword. Like specific item. Remember, she brings you whatever you ask for, and we've already got the Grandmaster's Rod from her, so there's no need to give her free reign to do what she wants at this point. You can just tell her what the hell you want. The downside is, again, you don't know what she has without looking online. Arlene, for her, my favorite, again, is the rods that she provides. So she gives us the Grandmaster's Rod. We have one of those already. That's her masterpiece. Done, and you're never getting another one as far as I know. A Rod of Fearless, we got a couple of those at least already. A Rod of Power Source, she's given us one of those. Rod of Undeath, we have at least one of those. And the Rod of Flaming Vengeance, I have at least one of those. So I have all the rods that she could possibly give me. She can remake some of those other ones. Like I said, we have Rod of the Fearless at least twice. She makes wands. Again, I don't particularly care. We never really use those things. But if you were wand wielding, Magus, for example, here's a free a way to get wands left and right. Now, which one she makes, I can't tell you because I didn't care enough to write it down. But she also makes decent staves, as you can see on that list. And the staves she makes are Burned Oak, Black Raven Staff, which we have, and something called the Call. The Call is one that's useful for, let me say it the right way. The Call is useful for summoners, I want to say. Chemo. Prowling Cat. Okay, what does Chemo do? Chemo is the special one that makes us the bows. Let's just let them continue their work. They'll get lucky. Alright. Now, first, anything in the kitty? Nope. What 2 items did we just get brought to us? Newest to oldest, we have the Holy Sword. Notice that this is going to be like a cleric spell. Evocation, 1 round per level. Caster level 14, so you last for at least a good long while. Channel holy power into your weapon. The weapon becomes a +5 holy weapon for the duration. That's awesome. Also emits a magical circle against evil effects as the spell. Not bad, not bad. It's a paladin spell now that I think about it. What was this? The Prowling Cat. Okay, so this is a composite short bow, a speed short bow, no less. +4 weapon. And it grants the wielder the ability to summon 1d4 +1 Smilodons once a day for 15 rounds. That's not bad. We could actually use that on somebody. Who might use that? Shady Longbow. That's the stealth one. You use longbows, don't you, hon? Whimsy. We give you the Prowling Cat. Just in case we need to pepper something multiple times with some sneak attack lub. We still want you to be on your Crimson Counselor, though. Sounds good to me. Not bad, not bad. Alright. Back to work. We burnt through so many weeks doing this stuff. It's kind of amazing. Who are we looking for here? Storyteller. Okay, Storyteller's done in 4 days. So if we rank up someone for 7 days, we should be fine. So this is our chance to rank up Arcane. It's one of the rare times where she's available. So, quick save. Start the project. Rank 7. Oh, you suck. Daniel Lindsay. Alright. Triumph. Military +7, relations +8, culture +5, mock battle. The notion of avoiding bloodshed and limiting the confrontation to a mock battle appealed greatly to the advisor. Both sides had an excellent time out in the field, and a few coins for the bards ensured that this great battle would be the toast of every tavern in the land. Well, alright. Triumph, Dead Man's Chest. Bards hired by the curator immediately spread the word among the king's subjects. The treasure was found by an Asimar, a collector from the capital. To show his gratitude, he opened a school for music and poetry. Well, cool. +1 loyalty, +6 culture, 20 BP. Triumph, Contagious Madness. Priests hunted down the Dark Fae. It was spectacular. They used spells to drive the ruffians from their holes and chased them down the streets. The subjects are impressed with this exertion of divine power. +6 divine, +3 stability. We still need more espionage though. Triumph, military relations stability. In the name of the law, they were approved and hired, and their help will come in handy. They have written glowing letters back home describing the warm welcome they received. The reputation of the young kingdom continues to advance. So we have training upgrade. Storyteller as a mage star, and again, that's not his job, so we're not going to do that one. At least not until the very end of the damn game. We got people that want to talk to us. Storyteller wants to go in here for sure. Here we have Keston and GB. Only one that can do it, so might as well put him on it. Ja'ad, only one that can do it, might as well put him on it. And Ekandio. The coin. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't think we have a way to rank him up yet. So we go through the list. I don't think Ekandile's talked to us about ranking himself up. So we're giving him a chance to get caught up with everybody else. Lindsay, on the other hand, we could definitely rank her up. He's good at that one. Might as well have him do it. Okay, so save that mess. To the throne room. Speak to me, my people. What do you got for me? Come on. Come on. Alright. What you got? There's trouble, Dora. A powerful magical anomaly has afflicted one of our regions. According to the local mages, spells either simply don't work or lead to completely unexpected results. While trying to repair his carriage, an experienced mage unwittingly levitated a bystander. Elsewhere, a famous illusionist was setting off fireworks, but instead turned the ground under his audience's feet into a deep and slippery mud. That's not cool. New reports pour in by the day. Magical fire sweep the settlements. Storms of acid form from nothing. Furniture comes to life and attacks its owners. The worst part is that we have no clue as to the nature of or cause of this. There are simply no scholars with sufficient knowledge remaining in the kingdom. We put too many restrictions on the inhabitants of the Mage's Quarter. All that remains is to deal with the consequences. This is her way of saying that I'm not being a good magister person. The treasurer could simply send money to the poor souls and hope they can deal with their problems themselves. However, the more reliable course would be to enlist the aid of the High Priest, who's busy. Divine magic is powerful, and unlike arcane magic, it remains untouched by the anomaly. It still works as it's supposed to. Anything? Nope. Okay. So the choices are going to be use Jod or use Jubilost. I think both of them are freaking busy right now. Yeah. And we have time. So there's that. As far as rank ups are concerned, Lindsay can rank up. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. What we got going on here? Octavia didn't ask for us to help her. You see that for a rank up? That's kind of weird. Where's her Magus Arcana? She's got more than enough, you would think, to go from 7 to 8. Okay. I do want to work on curses again. 90 days though, man. That's a long time to have her doing nothing. 75 days is just as bad. How long till our curse pops? The next or last one that we're expecting anyway. 78 days. Ooh, Jesus. That's not good. So something under 70 days then. 60, 60, both those the same guy. 90, shit, 75. I guess we have a 75-day curse. Yeah, that sucks, man. So again, we're probably not getting all the curses done. Nothing I can do about it, but 75 days, that's going to screw us for a long time not being with Octavia. Okay. Rank up, Lindsay. Here we go. Oh, shit. Hold on to your butts. Relations reach rank 8. Failure. Nope. Who likes the rank ups to be 8 for relations? Nope. No. No. Nope. I don't think anybody does. Nope. Nope. Oh yeah, Shania does. Shania wants it to be 8. Okay, so at least it is worth doing. Not that I wouldn't do it, I'm just saying. It's one of those things that I'd like to know that it's benefiting me beyond the obvious. Okay. Success. 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 Alright. Anybody that can do that yet? Nope. Okay, we still have that chance to do that. See that? So we're still good there. Grand Diplomat wants to talk with us. Save. To the throne room. Wow, these are taking longer than I thought they would. Whew. The Outlaw Council wants to know our opinion on Razmarin's current behavior. They're continuing to expand their borders, slowly extending their territory on all sides. Timon has already mobilized their army, and Lambreth is recruiting volunteers from among the Black Eagles, but alone, they can never match the might of Razmarin. We must bring them together in stable union if we wish to curb Razmir's ambitions. Keonan trusts us, as do many other states. Razmarin has offered to reward our silence generously, but I think in good faith we must call upon the River Kingdoms to unite. This Razmarin expansion must be stopped. Let's see. Send messengers to announce that all those unwilling to become a slave to Razmarin must unite. State, unrest state improves. Loyalty +3, relations +3. So if you're, the reason this is important is if we were not, say, stable or even serene right now for our kingdom stability, this would actually give us up a level. We aren't meddling in the domestic affairs of other countries. Gain 250 BP. Basically, this is taking the side of the other jackass. So let's do this one. Perfect. We shall call upon the River Kingdom to stand together to face Razmir's threat. I'm sure this open confrontation of tyranny will only add to your fame. +3 loyalty, +3 relations, and support her next upgrade. Sounds good to me. Any artisans? Artisans? Anybody? Anybody? My weapon? Docking? Where's my potion? God, man. How many friggin' months you need to make that goddamn thing? Alright, rank up. That's Lindsay again. It's not the only person we can do, though. Keston can go up. And Tristan can go up. And Reg can go up. Lindsay. Okay, so we have choices. We're waiting for Jubilost or Odd to be available. Both of them will be available after we rank somebody up. So who do we want to rank up? We have a level 7, level 9, 6, and 8. Okay, I like military. I like military going up. I think that's a good idea. Alright. Here we are. And is there anything I can put you doofuses on? Yeah, maybe that. Might as well. Start getting that crap out of the way. Yeah, about any of these other things. That's 45 days-ish. Dorraj Fighting School, I don't care about that. Well, screw it. We want to clear all these things eventually, right? Might as well have them do it. There. Here at the Whirlwind. Good job. And she'll be done before the end of the month. That's the real reason that's important to me. Okay. Cross your fingers. Success. Triumph. Triumph. Treasure order the purchase and import of machines from Absalom to make working with rough materials significantly easier. The craftsmen, their task now much more convenient and simple, return to work with enthusiasm. They had a strike going on. +2 economy, +3 espionage. Good job, Jubilos, and I appreciate the extra espionage. Oh, failure. I don't appreciate that, though. Come on, Ekendio. Get your shit together. Rank up. Success. Triumph. 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 Holy shit. King's envoys convinced the followers of Milani to put their trust in the ruler of the Stone Lands. The priests and the clerics waited in a secure shelter for the threat to pass, and then went on their way. The kingdom has been blessed by Milani herself. The king's subjects are rallying together as a free nation under a strong ruler. Bonus to all kinds of cool shit. A new project, strengthen Castle's skills as a general. And Castle's not someone we're using right now, so don't bother. Region upgrade, though. Ooh, training grounds. Now we're talking. This is Glenabon's, and someone wants the training grounds. Probably. 7-day upgrade. We'll check on that here in a minute. What we got here? Ja'ad or Jubilost. Christian or Jubilost. General wants to meet with me. You notice I'm keeping Ja'ad available because, again, we have her working on a curse. Might as well use a coin. What are we hoarding them for? Save that. To the throne room. Come on, team. You got this. What up, Reg? Regarding our grins contently, I have an idea I'd like to share with you. I'm sure it's occurred to you that we are now in control. We're the power everyone answers to, and not only in the Stolen Lands. We demand respect, and those worthy of respect are worthy of doing business with profitable business. Anyway, 3 representatives of dealers in life and death have requested an audience with you. Dealers in life and death. That sounds like slavery, jackass. All 3 are willing to support our army. Talk to them and decide which of them we want to sign a contract with. However, we can't hire all 3. Each of them wants to be your main weapons supplier. If I were you, I'd consider the Arcane Mastery. Who should I make the deal with? With the mages, of course. Have you ever seen them fight? Now that's what I call a massacre. Fireballs hurtling, ice crunching, swoosh, bang. They can rip a soul right out of a body and use it as a bomb. Kaboom! Bony shrapnel flying everywhere, blood in everyone's eyes, and then they jump into the shadows, spread out, and sneak behind the enemy's lines to finish the survivors. They surround them, cover them with a force field, and create a little explosion on the inside. I like the way you think, buddy. And don't forget the roaring flame. All that's left is ashes and footprints on the scorched earth. I should talk to their ambassadors. Which of the 3? So the halfling in black. The sorcerer. Whoa, can't we talk to all of them? Halfling in black. Oh, they're right here. Yeah, maybe we'll get to talk to all of them. Let's give it a go. Halfling standing before you wears a fine black cashmere. He has a couple of strange-looking palm-sized crossbows in his wristband. His expensive attire does nothing to disguise the scars on his face and hands, or his sturdy posture. Your guest seems more accustomed to sitting in the saddle and wearing traveling clothes rather than visiting palaces wearing expensive attire. Greetings, Your Highness. I am Captain Romello. I represent the Smoky Dawn Arms Factory in the Grand Duchy of Alkenstar. Our enterprise is prepared to provide your army with the finest weapons ever made. What exactly do you have to offer? The captain's voice grows serious. We will provide your soldiers with our weapon, teach them how to use it, and make sure the weapons are working. Believe me, each bolt shot by our crossbows will cost the enemy an equal amount in gold. I should make clear from the beginning, we're not selling the technology. Your engineers won't be permitted to repair the weapons. They are to be handled exclusively by our specialists. However, if you're interested in any of our non-weapons technologies, our craftsmen will gladly train yours. What makes you think I prefer your odd toys over time-honored magic? Because you're smart, Your Highness. Firstly, our toys are way safer, and their failure is far less dangerous than magic cast awry. Secondly, anyone with an eye and 2 hands can use our weapons. That makes things a bit simpler for you, doesn't it? Tell me about the weapon in your waistband. Captain grins and pats his crossbow. So you'd like to know how they're operated? What gears bring these small death machines to life? How can they rain bolts down upon the enemy without ever recharging? It's a secret. We'll make our living from other people's ignorance of how our weapons work. Nevertheless, I will tell you a secret about these two crossbows of mine. The left one is for normal work. I use it to kill bandits and thieves spying on our secrets. It's loaded with ordinary bolts. The right one is for special occasions, which of its bolts bears the name of a rascal who wronged me or my family. When the right one is empty, my travels on Galarian will end, and I will return to Alkenstar and find myself something else to do. Tell me about your motherland. Where is it? We don't hear about it often here in our domain. Alkenstar is halfway around the world. You see, magic, how can I put this? It doesn't work in our lands. Don't ask me why. That's a question for the researchers and historians. But we ordinary people of Alkenstar managed to turn this nuisance to the greater good. Romello rubs his chin. We gave up magic for the sake of science. No country can compare to Alkenstar in terms of its technological miracles. We didn't just survive. We're doing very well here, where a mage could never endure, and we are willing to share our findings with anyone willing to pay a fair price. Thank you, I need to think. Talk to the dwarf. So the dwarf says, Priest of Korgus, Wodga, an unusually tall and sturdy dwarf with a shaved head, bows to you despite the weather. His feet are bare, and he's wearing a simple vest over his naked torso. His mighty but pleasant voice fills the entire hall. Greetings, your highness. I am Wodega, priest of the glorious god Kurgus. I believe it was not by coincidence that the road brought me and my comrades to your lands. How can you help my army? Your soldiers are brave but weak. The will of Kurgus will sort out your pathetic forces. My priests know how to strengthen a soldier with magic that will give them the power and speed of a mighty animal. And if that fails to protect them, our prayers will heal your warriors and restore them to the perfect fighting form. Tell me about your god. Kurgus was a Taldan villager of a remarkable figure. He traveled around towns, visited trade fairs, took part in every competition and show, and always won. It's only natural that everybody was jealous. His rivals set a trap for him during a competition. He died giving his life to protect the other participants, but his glory lived on even after his death. Few mortals are deemed worthy of joining the godly host, and Kurgus was among them. What is your church? Our church is young, and we don't have an established hierarchy yet. We wander from town to town, healing the diseased, mentoring the weak and the sick, teaching them how to harness their own powers, and inspiring those who are able to reach beyond their own boundaries. We do not build temples, for we believe our bodies are the temples. A tent in a field, that's all we need. It disgusts Kurgus when people cripple themselves, so we reject alcohol and stupefying potions. I shall prohibit these among your soldiers. The spirit grows stronger in a mighty body. Kurgus dislikes foul play, so cheating is also illegal. So far, I like Kurgus. You look outlandish. Where have you come from? The dwarf laughs approvingly. Well, thank you. I wish you could meet my grandfather. He was a real hero, stately and notable. Myself, I'm a mere peasant from a small village on unclaimed land. I was once a fighter. However peaceful I may be, I am still very passionate. When it comes to wrestling, I can best even you, though now I'm a priest as well. I need to think it over. Okay. And then, of course, the one that we're probably going to go with, the sorceress. What you got to say for yourself, woman? Your bald head. Jeez Louise, man. A sturdy middle-aged woman in practical gray attire bows to you. You can tell by the numerous strings and laces on her neck that she's wearing quite a number of amulets under her robe. Her hair is short and cropped. Or non-existent. How the hell does she get to wear a bunch of amulets? I only get to wear one. That's some bullshit. First Foreman Rakatui, Rakilata, at your service, Your Highness, reporting for negotiations on behalf of the Wands Brigade. Nice name. Graduates of the Arcane. What do you have to offer my troops? Our experience. You're hiring the Wands Brigade, an independent squad of mages, not merely as soldiers, but as advisors and trainers for your other troops. Each of us not only possesses magic, but also has extensive combat experience. What's more important, we know when and how to use it. We're not theoreticians or professors, Your Highness. We're arcane practitioners, combat specialists, and frontline workers. We're willing to share our knowledge with your military mages. Your title is very unusual. Every member of our brigade is an Arcane graduate. We each have combat experience and a desire to build a mercenary career. We've been preparing to accept your orders since we entered the Wands Brigade. What is this Arcane so famous for? It is the oldest, biggest, and most prestigious arcane academy in Absalom. It's very influential. Students come from all over the world to master the art of magic. Mind you, the school is tuition free. Now we're talking. They teach both magic and practical skills, both of which are certainly useful to combat mages. For instance, if you've learned to summon enraged monsters, it might also be a good idea to learn to run fast. A smile brushes lightly across Recolada's face. And you think, okay, well, in fact, it doesn't matter. You should think fast. What if an enemy assault takes us by surprise and we've got no reinforcements, huh? So we'll see. We get +5 military mastery BP, +5 military mastery BP. It looks like the same each way we go. He wants the Arcane Mastery, and I think I want them too. And the free tuition, fuck yeah. All our people should be casting spells, man. I'm all for that. Now, having said that, there is something to be said about the engineers, and I will make this point compared to the druid or the cleric guy. I could care less. Magic versus tech. We have recently come across a point where we're having problems where magic isn't working properly. Having tech on your side could be super handy in a situation like that. I'm just saying. So I could see going that route, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with my Sword Saint magical roots, and we're going to go with the Arcane Mastery. You can get a decent education in Arcane Mastery. They don't just teach the books, but also how to use your legs and hold a weapon. The result is a well-rounded warrior. Indeed, indeed. Support the general's endeavors. What? Peace out, yo. Good job, people. Artisan? Hello. Bakken looks different today. His pace is slow and solemn, his back proudly straight. It seems that he's even put on a different robe, though it doesn't look any newer or cleaner than his normal one. Here it is, the potion. Yes! The things I had to go through to get this made. Sure, it doesn't bring back one's youth, but it does strengthen the body, sharpen the mind, and embolden the spirit. And doesn't affect one's temper any longer. Haha, Elixir of Inconceivable, transmutation of body and soul, and also mind. This is his masterpiece. Thank you. It proves useful. You go ahead and do whatever you want at this point. I do hope this helps. Bakken smiles and bows to you. Fucking drinking it immediately. Alright, anyone else? Anybody? No. Alright, let me show you my potion. Alright, newest to oldest. Here it is, baby. Caster level 20. None of this matters. It's a personal effect, so whoever drinks it is the one that gets it. Notice this here. +2 inherent bonus to all ability scores. So everything here is going up 2 points, which means everything over here is going up 1 point. And that includes then us getting extra HP, better fortitude saves, better reflex saves, better will saves, better swing with your weapon, better damage with your weapon, better DC checks for you. You get the idea. Point is, you put it on your main and you don't turn back. Use it. Oh, fucking feels good. Feels real good, class. Oh, that's just beautiful. I feel like Captain America right now with magic. Fucking sweet. Alright. Now we'll go back to here. Well, first let's do that thing. There is only one of those potions in the game, however. I should point out, let's do a quick save on this. I should point out that you can gift yourself that potion. I have a mod that allows me to cheat. So Control F10 and you see the bag of tricks. If you go to items and equipment, highlight all these things here, you can actually enable filters and search for Elixir. Like so. And you'll see it right here. So this button gifts it to you. Every time you click it, you get another one. So you can give it to your entire party. That's clearly cheating. I will not do this. But again, if you wanted to, again, I do this to test builds. So if I know I'm going to get one of these and I say, hey, you know, it's going to be my main, and I know that Bakken's, I'm going to make sure he makes this potion for me. Let's give me the potion in advance, see what the build would look like fully decked out. So that's when I would use this. And again, if you want to look at what the potion does or whatever it's worth and blah, 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 you click that little button over here. But again, this is his masterpiece. This is his pinnacle of his work. And then from here, just goes back to making the regular stuff that he makes for us. And he doesn't make stuff that's particularly amazing for us, but that potion. But that's all I need it for. So, you know, it's all good. And they can't dispel that. That's a permanent buff to you, I believe. So, inherit the whirlwind, baby, and enjoy. That's a really nice upgrade for us. +1 military, and we have a rank up waiting for us. That's for the general again. Looking good. Now, what we got here? We have, oh, we have a new region upgrade, right? We wanted to do that. Training grounds. Training grounds in the harsh hills of Glenbach can provide your troops with their survival skills and endurance. It affects this region's military, stability, and espionage scores increased by 2 for each other region with military upgrades. Fuck yeah. Alright, we ready for this? Do that thing. What? Triumph. Circus. Yay. That's it, huh? Okay. We had a whole lot of nothing going on in that month. Save that. Hop out of here just to make sure that we haven't got another visitor from an artisan. I'm just so happy that Bakken finally gave me my damn potion. And that thing literally, like I said, is kind of one of the, not making my build, but just makes it so much better. Think about what we just done. A better armor class thanks to my dexterity going up. Better armor class because my intelligence went up. Remember, I'm a sword saint. So this plus 12, if I have at least 12 levels of sword saint, which I do, I get that 12 extra under canny defense. See that plus 12 there? Right, before that potion, I was at plus 11. So again, not bad, but could be better. And my dexterity bonus went up a point, so the plus 7 up there went from a plus 6 to a plus 7. So again, a better upgrade. More hit points. Again, now I cast like a spell like Vampiric Touch through my weapon and crit on that bastard, so it does double damage and therefore gives me double hit points. I can easily get into the 300 range for HP. So that's really, really nice for this tough-ass character. Really nice armor class, and again, my touch armor class is better than ever. And I'm still missing stuff. For instance, I don't have a Ring of Deflection plus 5, or Ring of Protection, excuse me, plus 5. If someone casts Shield of Faith on me, where it's plus 5 bonus instead of the plus 4 that I have from the Lesser Ring of Ultimate Protection, then I'll be, again, another point higher. I could have more Dexterity cast on my character from a variety of different sources. I already have the plus 8 belt, but there's spells and other forms, for instance, that you can turn into that have a higher Dexterity. And that would stack. If I shrank myself down, reduce person, for instance, that's a plus 2 to dexterity from size bonus, not enhancement, size. And therefore my dexterity bonus would go up another point on this side. And I'd have better swing because it's easier for me to hit those big fat heads. And I'd have better armor because it's harder for them to hit me because of my size bonus. So I can, again, get this touch armor class up, up, up pretty easy with just a few minor modifications to what I've already done on the build. And I'm just saying, it's a solid build. So then from there, when I get that final weapon from Nazriel, that bitch needs to make it for me, that's the sword that gives me a plus 2 to a bunch of shit, which includes my armor. So as long as I always wield that sword in my hand, which you know I'm going to at that point, unless there's a reason not to, then I'm going to be crushing stuff and have a really solid armor class besides. That's why this build is actually capable as a strength-based character to being solo. It's normally I would never say that for a strength-based build, but it's definitely a doable thing. Good work, team. All right, what you got for yourself? Okay, he's about to turn stuff in. We got rank ups here we can do. Jod, probably want to get his done. Remember, if you can't rank up magic, you probably want to rank up divine. We got lots of people, though, we could upgrade right now. Region upgrades are done. We're still working on this stuff. And we still have stuff that we want to do, by the way. Divine Protection from Fear, but it'll take 20 days to do, so I don't want to put him on that. I'd like to put him on that at the beginning of a month when we know we have free time. Kingdom Defense, something that I could care less about. We do have this, Lost Dwarven Knowledge, which we haven't done. That's a 45-dayer. That's a rough one to squirrel someone away for that shit. But... again, he's Divine 6. He could be at 7. And again, he could use the buff because he's a non-player character. And I think we should do so. Culture would be another one that I'd love to level up. Lindsay's doing good at 8 right now. Rick Ongar's at 7. I'd love to get him to 8 as well. Well, I'd love to get him all to 10. Let's just say it. But for the short term, the ones on the low man on the totem poles are the ones that I want to kind of get caught up with everybody else, so to speak. Success. Success. Exploration of the Diurnal Marches. Our scouts found a treasure in the Diurnal Marches. They're sure they've covered the area. There are no more points of interest in the region. What? Triumph. Reasonable changes in legislation made it possible not only to cover the loophole, but also to replenish the losses to the treasury. Plus 3 to loyalty. Success. Our scouts have returned from the news of the Diurnal Marches. Eldori mentors have arrived in the kingdom. They use their knowledge and techniques to improve military education in your land. And that's all these weird buffs we got here. Plus 3 to loyalty, plus 2 to stability and military. All military academies, which we don't have. All Sword Lord Academies in the Kingdom provide an additional bonus of +3 loyalty, community, military, and stability. Which, again, we don't have. But we can start making them. Got a training upgrade for the High Priest, and this is Jod. He is the High Priest, so this is actually something worth doing. But we'll have to hold off on that because we've got all these things to do, and yeah, looks like he might be needed. Notice that she's busy for 47 days, and he's the only one that can do this problem. And it's a red swatch, which means he's not ideal for it, but he's the only one that can do it. So we'd probably have to put him on it and give him a coin to make sure he passes that shit. Problem, Storyteller, sure. Act of Terror, put one of them in there for the time being. Look at the other ones what we got here. Look into the future. Oh shit, an opportunity we're going to miss out on. Oh, maybe. It'll be available again next month. Nope, we won't be able to do it because she's still going to be busy. This is why the curses suck. Illicit Hunters, she can do that one. High Priest wants to talk to us. Okay, so what we got here? We have, she's good. He's golden with a coin, sure. High Priest wants to talk to us. Quick save that. And again, we're going to miss out on that one opportunity again. Nothing I can do about it. This is why the curses suck, because they take so goddamn long to do. If there's a way to half the curses or even take 15 days off of them, those will be so much easier to beat. And I think we have that opportunity. It just never showed up for us, or we never passed that check. That's another possibility. I failed it. I have bad news, Your Highness. The idols you were ordered protected have become crime scenes again and again. Bloody traces are often discovered. We found a new grave recently and couldn't believe my eyes. It seems that someone's been making sacrifices to the idols. We must order the minister to send assassins after the bloody cultists. No, not assassins. We should invite inquisitors who honor the good gods. They will quickly root out and put an end to the rascals. Let the diplomats write invitations for them. If these idols are so dear to their pagan worshippers, they could have come to me to negotiate. Alas, now that the blood is spilled, the time for words has gone. Fair enough. Ooh. Someone brought me a spear. The Dark Forest Spear, no less. Let's look at that. What do you got to say for yourself, Dark Forest Spear? You are a +4 spear of necrotic damage extra. Oh, summons a friendly 9th level Will-O-Wisp for 1 to 6 rounds when it ends a life. That shit's funny. Every time the spear wounds somebody, it produces a mischievous giggle. That's gross. Well, we're not using that shit. Let's just say
I serve you,
we're definitely not using it. You can have that for sale. And it's worth a pretty penny, so yay me. That was probably found in the Dire Gnarl Marches when they scoured the area. They said they found treasure. That's probably what the treasure was. Cool. Divine +1. We got a Cult Sacrifice. Lindsay can handle that one, or Ekandayo can. First, let's take a look at our rank ups. Reg is available. Lindsay could be available. Nope. 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 Keston's available. Alright, so we have at least a couple guys that can do stuff. So I don't have to do Lindsay's right now. So she can be on this one. But if we put Ekin, it's a better chance of passing it. I still say give it to Lindsay. Give her a coin. Cool. And we're still going to fail on that one. Nothing we can do about it. Now, as far as the rank up goes, who do we want to rank up? Stability? Nothing wrong with that. Or, where'd it go? Or military. And again, nothing wrong with that. I say Reg. Start it. Hold on to your butts. Ooh, end of the month. Look at that. That's perfect. Military. 8. Just crushing it, bro. We're making all kinds of BP right now, man. It's just ridiculous. We got failure. No, it is not. Jubilost. What the hell are you doing failing shit? Who said you could think? Alright, rank up. Do that thing. Triumph. Now we're talking. Still lost 100 BP though. Group of mages allow their magic to slip out of their control, leading to widespread disaster. Unpredictable magical effects are cropping up all over. Triumph. The treasurer ordered the evacuation of everyone within the anomaly's range and brought them to a tent camp in the safe zone. The subjects blessed the advisor's quick wits. That's why it cost us money. That's why he was not the best choice for this, but nothing we can do about it. Loyalty +5, economy +3, stability +5. People are happy and safe. That's all I care about. We have a Magister's upgrade. General wants to talk to us. We have Keston can go on that problem. Kandayo can go on that problem. Or opportunity, excuse me. And that one we're going to fail. So might as well just put these guys on it now with a coin. Make it easier. Looks good to me. Quick save. To the throne room. Good Lord, it sounds like someone's trying to land a plane on my house. What you got to say for yourselves? What do you got to say about this, Reg? Merganger looks a little banged up and he smells like smoke. Dora, you know me, I would never cause alarm for no good reason, but right now I'm telling you there's unrest brewing in your army's ranks. It's not even proper conspirators, no, it's just the regular idiots. Two of our commanders are bursting with ambition. Both of them have outgrown their current positions. They're always challenging each other and settling their scores by stirring up our soldiers. Officer Chevold insists that our infantry, the vanquisher of Numeria, rules the open field. The commander Zepha argues that only mages truly understand the art of battle, and the infantry are farmhands and mud beaters. Nice. You can imagine where this has led to constant fighting among the ranks. And nothing like having the army say that the Marines suck and that the navies hate them and that everyone else that's awesome is in the Air Force. Yeah, I totally get you. At first I just watched and laughed, but now it's not funny anymore. The lads are so wound up they're going to start killing each other. The fighting has to be stopped. Divide the army in two. I'll take command of half. A new General Zepha will command the other. She's the leader of the mages. She's still green for now, but she's got potential. I'll put infantry officer Chevold under her command. He's a sword master from Brevoy. That's what makes him think he can bully her. Promoting her to be his immediate commander will force him to calm down. Sure, that always works. Point a warrior to the post. On a mage to serve as general. Go ahead. Good choice. A warrior needs a body that's tough enough to face the enemy on the front lines and a head that's small enough to do it without fear. Mages are smarter and craftier. Zepha is your best option. Arcane Mastery. I like the sound of that. And support the general's endeavors. 6 times. Come on. Someone give me a gift. Yeah, here's Rask. What up, yo? Halford bows diligently. Your Highness, I come bearing gifts, a sign of my gratitude for taking an old man into your service. With such weapons, you can go on raids and protect your lands. Welcome, Frailty. That's my dagger, bitch. There's something else. I have all I need to start reforging Earthbreaker. You better not give me any big orders for a while so I can concentrate on the hammer. And make sure you don't forget my payment. Thank you. Keep at it, Vrask. Good job. Well, I'll go get to work on Earthbreaker then. Boom! That's his masterpiece. And I don't care about it, but I want it just to see it. Here's Dragon. You got me some armor yet, bro? Dragon's face attempts to look reserved and solemn, but he cannot hide his contented smile. Outstanding. Here it is. Hi, Your Highness. I see things are looking up for your lands as well as in my smithy. Your army grows, giving me more work, and your subjects show ever more respect to their ruler and his court craftsmen as well. Allow me to present this token of appreciation. Take this. Oh, that's not it. Take this gift, our gracious ruler, from his master craftsman Dragon. Lava Forge axe. We already got one of those. I'll take another one. They are pretty, and they light up the hall with all their fire. So what did we just pick up? We picked up the Frailty Dagger. See that shit? Yeah, bitch. Ghost Touch Speed Dagger +1. Oh, this is so sexy. I love it so much. Alright, so, for those of you that don't know, I've done other builds in the past, and there was a really good dual wielding build that I posted not too long ago with daggers, and the reason for it is because there's a shit ton of daggers in the game. And again, if you're dual wielding daggers, you only need one, well, not one skill, you only need one set of feats to upgrade that, because it's the same weapon you're using in both hands, a dagger and a dagger. So again, weapon focused dagger works for both. Improved critical for dagger works for both, because again, you're using a dagger in both hands. Now remember, it's not a punching dagger, and it's not a short sword, and it's not a star knife. All those are different things. Daggers are just daggers, period. So if you go and look at that build, I'm not going to list it, but again, you can go back to my old content for builds and find it. The reason that daggers were kind of cool also is a lot of them paired well. For instance, Lightning Duelist and Arcane Protector are both daggers. Notice how this is a +1 dagger, so is this. That's not particularly special, but as a Magus, I'm capable of upgrading it to one of them, the one in my main hand, to being a +5 weapon, best case scenario, which of course I will do. But notice something else. This one gives me a bonus to dodge, +1. This one gives me a bonus to dodge, +3. That shit stacks. So if you have one in one hand and one in the other hand, that's a +4 to my dodge. That makes me extra tanky. You see the appeal? Now then, if you go further, you'll see that there's a Troublemaker dagger, this nice agile dagger. So again, I don't need to have weapon finesse or slashing grace or fencing grace or whatever the hell it is for daggers, because if you have an agile dagger, it gives it to you for free, right? You don't need to be trained in it with the weapon finesse, or sorry, not weapon finesse, say that wrong. The finesse training, like the rogues get for free. So again, this allows me to employ, if I was a dex-based build, my dexterity score would be going to my damage. That's what that would mean. Of course, you have to have weapon finesse, but of course you would take weapon finesse. These are daggers after all. So it's a solid choice. Now, having said that, there's another agile dagger combo that, again, that pairs up really nice with the Troublemaker. Again, go to that build and find it. Now the Frailty Dagger pairs up beautifully with, let me find the person that has it. Not Dark Wind. That's the All Slayer. Troublemaker. No, that's the one that I had, right? Troublemaker. Yes. So you have doubles. Might not have it yet, but the Frailty Dagger paired with something else that has a very similar sounding name. Like this one's Frailty and this one's like Death or something like that. Maybe actually Knock Knock has it now that I think about it. But the point is, it's a solid choice where you can have one in one hand, one in the other. Notice her other weapons she has. She has a Edict Dagger. Here's another Finesse Mithril Speed Dagger. Again, you don't want to have a Speed Dagger in both hands because you only get one of them to work. So when you find a Speed Dagger, try to pair it with something else that's a non-Speed Dagger. But again, Darkwind is another nice solid choice. Again, both daggers would give you extra sneak attack damage. Another die of it. Not amazing, but again, it's there. So again, for that build in particular, look at that shit. That's a solid build in my opinion. And daggers are a solid choice because of that. Other people that had daggers, she used to, but I took them away from her. Decided to keep her at ranged. A Knock Knock, but he's got the Speed Dagger, generic Speed Dagger +2, and then of course the Punching Dagger. But again, solid choices for daggers in this game. And if you really wanted to prove that to yourself, another way would be to go, quick save first. Control F10 with the mod that I have, the Bag of Tricks mod on. I can go and check under items and equipment. I can literally look for, limit the list to weapons and look under dagger. Now the downside of this is it will list all the daggers, which means punching daggers fall in that category. Okay, so if you do that, here's Silent Whisper, +5 shock, agile dagger, very nice. Here's the Deceiver. This one's amazing. It has a reach of 5 feet longer than normal. So that's 7 feet. So if you think that you're having a hard time hitting guys because let's say you have pets out in front of you, this little bastard in your hand can reach shit like no one's business. And I think, I don't know this off the top of my head, but I think when I tested this before, if you had wielding two weapons, Deceiver, let's say in one hand, and the Silent Whisper in the other, right? The one Silent Whisper has a 2-foot range. This thing has a 7-foot range. However, because you have the Deceiver in your hand, I think both weapons hit that 5-foot boost. And if that's true, that's awesome, because that means you have a really nice reach for your weapons now. And you're just ginsuing the shit out of stuff safely behind the wall of, let's say, your undead horde. That's awesome, right? That's you letting the pets go first, and then you standing behind them and just choppy with sneak attack damage and all kinds of other cool shit. And again, many of these daggers have spells in them or buffs in them that are unique or definitely useful. Here's Troublemaker and Trouble Solver. So here's again a 1-2 combo probably that I paired up well. But I think one of these is a punching dagger. It doesn't say it. It says Speed Dagger, whatever. But I think that one of these is a punching dagger. Frailty is one we just picked up. Let's see. And of course, this is the generic good weapons. I mean, Greater Corrosive Punching Dagger +2 is still a good weapon. But as far as the name one goes, here's Dark Wind, Arcane Protector, Lightning Duelist. Those are the two that I paired up together for extra armor. White Flare is a punching dagger, even though it doesn't. Oh, it does say. Okay. Dark Wind is a regular dagger. That gets the extra sneak attack damage. Chaos Shard is the one that turns him into chaos, which basically is a confusion on every hit, which is pretty funny. Here's a Brilliant Energy Keen Dagger +3, and again, not named, which I think is a drastic mistake because that's an awesome fucking dagger right there. And there's very few Brilliant Energy weapons in the game. Remember, we talked about this. So this is one of those examples. Edict, that's the one that has the speed dagger on it, and again, imposes will penalties to them on every hit, which is freaking awesome. Prehistoric Tooth, this is a punching dagger that I gave the knock knock. Dorraj, that's the one that I would pair with my Frailty. There you go. With the Frailty Dagger up here. I use this one in one hand, and then in the other hand, on that build I had Dorraj. Because again, they sounded alike, right? It's like made for each other, really. And look at this. This is a +5 Undead Bane dagger. Bonus to your death effect DC checks of your spells. That are many of those are necromancy spells, and then it's saving throws against them as well. And it also does additional positive energy damage on every strike. Now, that's a +5 weapon, whereas Frailty was a crappy +1. On that build, I specifically should have, if I didn't, I apologize, but I should have said, make sure if you're dual wielding like this and you're a magus like me, where you can buff the weapon, or hell, even if you're a spellcaster that can buff a weapon, you want the weak weapon in your main hand. Because when you buff a weapon that way, it's always the main hand weapon that gets the buff, not the offhand one. So again, the other one was fine all by his lonesome. That little bastard right there was a solid +5 all by himself. And it's an undead bane weapon besides, so it's amazing at killing undead. So keep that in your offhand and put the other one in your main hand. When you buff your weapon, you're buffing that weak one and making it better, bringing it in line with the level of awesome that is this one. And that's a good 1-2 combo. And again, there's plenty of ways to do this, but that's my suggestion to you. Find those daggers if you wanted to do a 2-weapon wielding build. Kukris are awesome too, don't kid yourself, but I still maintain that daggers was a solid choice for some of the more interesting builds I had in mind. Do that. And it has been about 3 hours, guys. I'm getting a little sleepy. Coffee's just not doing it anymore. And that's probably because I haven't eaten since breakfast, and it's now 6 p.m. So, I'm probably going to take a break. Let's take a quick look at what we got here. Arcane Mastery. Provides the general with a bonus for resolving any situation. The amount of the bonus depends on the kingdom's arcane rank. Okay, we are at 7. There's no bonus for ranks 1 through 4. 5 to 7, we get a +1 bonus. 8 to 9, we get a +2 bonus. And rank 10, we get a +3 bonus. Well, alright. Rigangar. We might put him on that. Rank up. Support Rigangar again. And we're still waiting for... we're never going to get that one. That's right. Matter of fact, I think I want to do one more rank up, guys, before we're done. And the reason for that is because I know that one's going to fail. And I'd rather it fail. So that I don't have to think about it. You know what I mean? So let's do a quick save here. Let's do rank up. No. Jubilas could go. Nope. 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 Reg. Okay, so it's either Reg or Jubilas. And Jubilas is still kind of behind the curve a little bit. He's at an 8. That's not behind the curve, but he could be higher. We already got a 10 and a 9 up here. We need to kind of get him caught up, I think. But no one really seems to like that economy gets, like, amazing. Or maybe I'm wrong on that. Let me prove that to myself one more time. Nope. No economy. Military of 8 for Dragon, which he already did. Oh, military of 9 though for Varas. Varas is really going to love it when Rigangar goes from 8 to 9. That's good news. Economy 8 for Shania, so we already at that one already. Economy of 8 for Mim. She already happy with his level 8. Turval's the one that's really hurting. She wants espionage to 8, and that's not happening anytime soon. Nope. 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 And nope. Okay, so really the only one that wants anyone to go from 8 to 9 or 9 to 10 is the military. So let's actually do Rigangar one more time. Do your thing, Reg. Beginning of the month, which means advisors are hopefully going to bring me some shit. Okay. Triumph. The morning after. Oh my. The advisor's people hired a friendly fae who explained how to repair the damage. The spellcasters returned to the river to its former bed, raised the hill again where it used to be, and addressed the other problem. What the hell is this? The sky was shining all through the night. It was the eve of a merry fae festival. Drunk and raving, the fae retreated to their world come morning, but they left chaos behind. On the one of the rivers has changed its course, a forest has disappeared, and a hill has turned into a gaping hole in the ground. The changes have terrified the peasants. No shit. To make matters worse, our mages agree that nature will soon revolt against the blatant interference and unleash its wrath upon the villagers. Good save, buddy. Failure. Nope. We do pass this. Come on. We're already getting tired and hungry. Time to finish this. What am I going to make for dinner? Probably pasta. Like pasta. Maybe I'll go out to eat. Military. Yep. Triumph. Triumph. There we go. An act of terror. The criminals were found and arrested. The sleeping powder sprayed over their camp successfully put them all to sleep. Once they were brought back to the city, a huge crowd gathered to watch their execution. Shit. The citizens and attendants praised the kingdom and claimed nothing could break their spirit. +6 to loyalty, +4 stability. Good job, guys. Triumph here for the omen. Master paged through the bestiary and concluded that the deer was an illusion sent by Aristil, pointing to a guilty priest. The investigation revealed that a local cleric had fallen in love with a young peasant girl and killed her fiancé in a jealous rage. Ooh. Naughty, naughty. Triumph for illicit hunters. The region's servants explained to the hunters that illegal hunting drives the forest animals away forever, which is bad for everyone. The poachers understood and obeyed, and the people are grateful to the authorities for solving the problem mercifully and without violence. +4 community, +1 stability. Well, all right, team. Strengthen castle skills as the general. He's never going to be the general. We have people from beyond the forest. Only person that can work on it. That one we will definitely fail. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, 33 days. Yeah. Downside is it's updated once already. So you see how it says it's the 6th month and it's the 8th month that it needs to be started by. I do not think we'll get this opportunity again once it turns into the 7th month. And that's why we'll fail it, because she will not be available until next month. Which is a shame. I really wish they didn't do it that way. General request and eyes. We'll do this real quick, guys, before we get the hell out of here. You gotta say for yourself, people. What do you got to say for yourself? I better get some Artisan gifts. It's the beginning of the month. Alright, Reg, be happy. Reganger grins, pride glowing in his eyes. You know, I've been thinking about which of our neighbors would be capable of destroying us if they wanted to. Why is that something that gives you pride? And it turns out that none of them can. Oh, there you go. As far as military power is concerned, we'll surely defeat anyone stupid enough to cross us. Sounds good to me. I didn't understand you right away. You have ambition, and you can rule. It wasn't a bad decision to come work for you. By the way, I'm not the only one who appreciates the decisions you've made. There are so many mages in our army that one of the orders of Nethys decided to move their coven to your kingdom. That worked damn well for us. Do you have any idea what kinds of deadly spells they could teach us? They probably have a spell that summons a swarm of carnivorous bees that fly into their victims' mouths and eat them from the inside out. And a spell that makes your heart explode. I have that spell too. Yeah, that's great news. Thank you. Why do I have a feeling that I've made a huge mistake? The credit goes for you. There you go. Yeah, let's give Reganger props. He's been holding his own. That's true. I'm a good leader. Yeah, he is. Fair enough. But you, well, you're good too. You don't interfere. Reganger grins contentedly. Well, that's all for now. There's someone else who wants to talk to you, Dora. You can do that without me, right? Yeah, I think I can muster that, buddy. Smart ass. I like Reg. Alright, what you got? Rakilita nods curtly. Your Highness, last night's military exercises were successful. Instructors from the Wands Brigade, acting as opposing force, was successfully repelled by your mages. The training of your first class is completed. The brigade is now accepting students for the second class. Well, all right. Since everything has worked out so well, I have an offer for you. The Wands Brigade would like to settle down. Most of us desire a home and a family more than war and endless military campaigning, and we've grown to like your kingdom. If you allow us to settle down here, it would surely be for your own good as well. We've seen so many different magical weapons over the years. Dwarven axes, elven bows, wonder Wonders from Katapesh beyond description. We've studied them all, and our masters can easily reproduce these masterpieces. With your support, we could set up a guild where we'll enchant the best weapons in Avestan. Oh, fuck yeah. I want that. Hey. What you got for me? Turval. Please accept this gift. Vest of Mirrors. I think we've gotten this already. Thank you for your gift. Turtle smiles. Peace out. Not going to bother her until she brings me the masterpiece. This is Varask. He's going to be really pleased. Greetings, yours is a strong army, King, and it seems you know how to keep an eye on those sneaky enemy scouts swarming around, but a little extra help wouldn't hurt, right? Here, take this. It's my gift. It's a good one. The Shaman's Cloak. Thanks, bro. That one's awesome, actually. Let me show you that thing. All right. What did we just pick up? News to oldest. First, we picked up the Vest of Mirrors. Leather armor. Light armor. +5 armor, +6 with dexterity means it's a +11 to your armor class total. It's not the best, but it's okay. Has a bard performance ability. It allows them to use it for 4 additional rounds a day, so something that you could give to Lindsay, for instance. Also grants them the ability to cast displacement spell 3 times per day as a 5th level wizard. Now that's alright. That's probably why it's the Vest of Mirrors. But I don't think we'll use that. The other thing, though, is the Shaman's Cloak. Yeah. This cloak grants his wearer +5 resistance on all saving throws, so basically a cloak resistance +5. But, keep reading. And the ability to cast Elemental Body 4, Earth, once per day as a 17th level wizard. So if you have anybody that can tank up, so to speak, and that doesn't have the best armor, like physical armor on, you know, like plate mail and shit like that, because when you turn into this form, you lose your armor. It doesn't fall off you, but it does get absorbed into the body. It doesn't count. But if you put it on, say, someone like a wizard or cleric that's wearing like robes, then it doesn't matter, and they turn into that form, then they get a boost because elemental body for Earth is the biggest elemental body you can turn into, so you'll be very huge in size. You're that giant Earth golem, basically, and it gives a massive bonus to strength, a decent swing, and a decent bump to your armor class besides, because there's like a natural armor bonus to being in that form. So as long as you're not relying on the armor slot in your shield, which we don't use, to, you know, give you your armor, this is actually a pretty goddamn good upgrade for anybody. Not only that, but again, the fact that it's basically a cloak of resistance. So anyone that's wearing a cloak of resistance, like Jubilos, for instance, this would actually be an okay weapon for, or cloak for him. Why do I say that? Because he's not losing anything for it. And the ability to turn into that form at will, this is something he normally could not do on his own, I don't think. Let me actually check that in his spell book, but I don't believe so. Yeah, Elemental Body 3 is as high as he can go. So that's a step up above that. And again, he's not particularly strong. But once he runs out of bombs, again, you take someone like Jubilos, when he runs out of bombs, what are you going to do with him? Well, yeah, he has the javelins, but you saw how those hit. They're, you know, 9 damage, 8 damage, 5 damage. It's kind of piss. Turn him into that giant-ass freak and have him go into the front ranks and just start bludgeoning shit to death. He goes from his little teeny tiny form into this giant rock monster form, which is fucking hilarious. So again, I think you'll enjoy it. We'll do that later, though. With that, though, my name is Brother Mean. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.